Hello, Internet. Welcome to a fancy new setup. As you can see, we've got some new faces here. We've got a new game to play. I see you in the chat. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Um, Welcome to the Tales of the Valiant, a sponsored stream from Kobold Press, thanks to the Kobold Creates program. So before I say anything, thank you, Kobold Press, for sponsoring this game, which is fucking weird because I've been using Kobold Press for years. Hi. We the layouts, and I need to focus on my intro. Hi everybody. This is going well.
You're doing great, sweetie.
You
Keep
got
going.
this.
Thank you. Okay. Just need that pep talk. Okay. Um, we are going to be playing The Tales of the Valiant, a new game system coming from Kobold Press. If you would like to pick up The Tales of the Valiant, there is a link that's going to be circulating through the chat. Definitely go and pick it up there. They've got PDFs, they've got hardcovers, they've got Foundry support, they've got Shard support. They're everywhere. So please go and support them. I have been a fan of Kobold Press for years. I've used their stuff in many campaigns in the past, and I'm really excited to kind of get back into the 5e realm. I have not run 5e, I think, since last year, so this is fun. Got to knock the rust off a little bit. Before we begin in earnest, we have some wonderful cast people to introduce. So why don't we start with LB?
I don't have anything hotkeyed, but hello, I'm LB Hackema. Thank you for having me on tonight. I am playing Gavl, the human monk.
Alrighty. And up next we have Ian, a new face to Crit Hit Chronicles. Please introduce yourself.
Hey, everybody. I'm Ian, or your boy Big on everywhere else. I'm playing Merosha, the half-orc hunter fighter. Things.
Things.
See, Cujo, you've done significantly better than what I've done. So
you're
there you go.
Fine. I'm also gonna give your volume a little bit of a boost on my side. But while I do that, Noir, my darling, why don't you introduce yourself to these wonderful people?
Hello, I'm Noir, and I am playing a mechanist, which I'm super excited for. It's like Kobold was like, "What if the artificer were good?"
Legit, Kobold. We see you. We love you. All right, and then another new face to Crit Hit Chronicles, Aaron. Would you mind introducing yourself? And I am once again your chronicler for this campaign. This campaign is ongoing. This is gonna be the Thursday plan for a while. So please welcome to the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Every Thursday, the plan is, thank you, Nico, for that. Boosting audio, which is awesome. Favorite part of streaming. I'm sorry. Okay. You're just like, seriously. Like, what the hell? Is your audio?
It's the sweater.
Oh, goodness. It's loud. Where is... There you are.
Now that you've pointed it out, like, we're here now.
Yes, we are here.
Is
We
that
have
a
arrived.
face hugger
Where?
behind you? Oh, is that a plant?
Yeah, let's take a moment to look at Aaron's knickknacks.
Yeah.
That's a plant.
Knickknacks.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a plant.
Wow.
That's a plant.
Okay.
That's a clay caterpillar, man, I found at the thrift store. It's Danny DeVito with 12 eyes. An explosion.
That sounds kind of horrifying. I'm not gonna lie.
It's amazing. I found it on Facebook Marketplace for $15.
That's fantastic. So, this story is going to begin like many others with once upon a time. We come to the world of Aoria, a relatively new world, and at its center are three continents. the Kingdom of Lothorn to the east, a very ancient and old land, filled with relics of a civilization long since past, but with certain strange arcane oddities that sort of dot the landscape. To the west, we have the Iodrathae Sovereignty, headed by Queen Resley, a militaristic nation seeking to expand its influence in a decades-long war with Lothorn itself, a war that Lothorn is losing. To the northeast, we have the Zesoran Magocracy, a somewhat reclusive society filled with mages solely piloted by their desire to explore and unlock the secrets of the arcane. To the northwest, a gathering of islands that exists outside the bounds of those aforementioned governments, choosing to function as a collaborative society. These lands have existed for some time, but this story is going to begin in Iodrathae along the eastern coast towards the town of Holbeck. Holbeck has been a bustling town as of late, typically meant as a merchant's town right along the coast. It has seen much more activity than usual, as several of Iodrathae's silver spears, the military of Queen Resley, have passed through this way station on the way to the Mithril Bastion to the northeast. Holbeck is comprised of many different shops. There's a few taverns. There are a few watchtowers along the outside of the city. And just as dawn has finally broken, an individual slowly makes their way towards the small town of Holbeck. Gavl, would you please describe your character and their journey thus far?
Yeah, so Gavl is, I think I said 5'10", buck 80, but all trimmed muscle. He's wearing an open shirt, little sun-kissed, but very pale in comparison to most of the working folk. He has buzzed sides and blonde hair that sort of falls in a fall over his left eye that gets shifted back as he kind of does the swoosh thing. He's wearing an open shirt, like I said, big poofy pants, and he's got hand wrappings on up to his forearms, over his fingers, and he is kind of stretching his knuckles out at his muscles. He's got a quarterstaff on his back and a bag full of traveling gear over his shoulder. He seems very confident and very aware as he's walking in, and he's just kind of taking stock of the town itself and trying to get his bearings as to what's going on and what this town's all about.
As you are approaching, give me a perception check. First roll of the game.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
No pressure.
No
Whole game
pressure.
rides on this.
I forgot my rolls are -1. That's a 4.
What was that?
TPK.
4?
Mhm.
Okay.
You backup character out.
Well, there's the third one we tried to get.
All right, Kobold,
He's
thank you for the
looking for a
sponsorship.
fight, okay?
This is it.
Not for what's going on. He's not looking at people. That's so weird.
So weird. Oh my god. You can see, so there are many ships currently in dock at Holbeck.
Mhm.
Across the city walls, you can see the rooftops of buildings sort of peeking up over the edge there. You can also see that there is a gathering of some, what looks like a combination of soldiers and what looks like some townsfolk near-ish. Oh my god, Spectrum with the gift subs. Why did you do that?
Hi.
Thank you. You're so wonderful. You see that there is a small gathering at the entrance to the town, and you can hear some elevated tones, some strained conversations coming from that spot. What do you choose to
Okay.
do?
He's gonna shoulder his pack a little bit more and slyly stride up try to get a lick on what's going on.
Okay. As you approach one of the silver spears, the Iodrathae military prides their army on wearing beautiful silver plate mail with red I shouldn't say tapestries, coat of arms on their person. One of these spears looks in your direction. Hold there. We've got a bit of a security issue.
Oh, what seems to be the problem?
There was a disturbance just outside the city. We're trying to gather what, Aaron, I swear to God, we're trying to ascertain the source of the commotion. So if you'll please just hold for just a moment, we'll be right
Of course,
with you.
wouldn't want to get in any trouble. First day in town. He kind of slides a little bit over to get a better look, just to see what's going on outside.
Go ahead, make me another perception check.
Okay.
You guys with your hype train, you don't have to do that. Stop that.
Hype. 7.
You can't see much, but what you can see is some of these men look like they're carrying somebody through the street. You hear all different shouts of conversation all kind of happening at once. It's difficult to ascertain specifics.
They're carrying someone. Are they conscious or unconscious?
From your vantage point, you can't tell.
Mhm.
You could see like from behind somebody like holding up their legs and walking with everybody.
I see. Well, whatever it is, it looks like the fight's over. So I'm going to try and... Am I in the town or outside of the town?
You're just outside the town.
Okay. I'm going to try and maneuver my way to the front-ish so I can get in faster.
Okay.
Seems like a troublesome
I'm going to
spot.
say give me... You know what? Give me a sleight of hand. I'm going to say with disadvantage because that silver spear is still sort of in front of you. Mind you, he's sort of keying into what's happening in the town. Ian, I swear to God.
What is that? I'm not rolling on this anymore. I haven't rolled above an 8. That's a disadvantage is an 8.
Is an 8? Okay.
Buffs.
As you successfully move past them, but as you do, right as you're about to break into the town border, you hear, hey, and you see the silver spear turn looking at you.
I'm sorry, am I not allowed to go in at all?
We have a security breach. We need to ascertain the problem before we can let anybody else into the town.
I understand that, but the problem is not me.
How can we be so sure?
Because you watched me walk up.
You know, sometimes as a DM, you say stuff as an NPC, and then the player just states something pretty blatantly obvious. And then me as the DM, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, you know what? Well, you're being a little shit.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
Jeez, that's
I
a persuasion
said I wasn't gonna
shake.
roll on here anymore.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
Oh my God!
You didn't shake hard enough.
I'm done with you, Shard.
Well,
That's a better. I mean, it's still a 13, but
a 13.
God
Okay.
damn.
We'll say, as you are saying that, the spear still looks a little perturbed until another civilian kind of walks up. Will you just focus on guarding the gate? Like, clearly they're not causing any problems. Just focus on doing your job. And the spear like turns and focuses and kind of scans the horizon. As you start making your way into town, why don't you tell me about when you set off on this little journey of yours?
Yeah, so Gavl grew up in the Temple of Twisted Fists, which is a monastery. His father was one of the leaders, and he was taught a lot about protecting others and using violence as a last resort. But he did get to the last resort very often, and sparring is one of his favorite things to do. So Gavl, I think when he kind of came of age, he decided that he wanted to, as many religions do, take some time outside of the monastery to try and get a better idea of what the world is like and get some worldly experience. So it's literally same outfit, the poofy pants, the sandals up to his calves, wide open shirt, pack over his shoulder with his quarterstaff, and he's just standing kind of at the gate of the monastery. And I think his dad is probably seeing him off, maybe his mom too. She's there, she's supportive.
She's there.
Yeah.
What is your father's name?
Did I name my father? That's a good question.
These hard questions on session 1.
So my father's name is going to be Richard.
Dick. Got it. And and mother? His name is Dad.
His name is Dad.
Chat, I swear to God.
I can't do that. Her name is Kathy.
Kathy. Okay. Richard stands crossed arms. He is not on board with this. It pretty much as you are like finishing packing and about to sling it over your shoulder, he just says, "You need more time. You clearly haven't grasped the concept of what we're trying to teach here. I firmly believe that you should remain until we deem that you are ready to experience what exists outside this mountain range."
Father, I understand that you want more for me here, but I am of age, and I have taken your words to heart, and I will not go against the teachings of this monastery. I would never attack somebody on a whim. Use violence as a last resort. That is what we've been taught, and that is what I do. Do not kill. When the fight is over, it is over. That is where I sit, and that is where I will remain. I will not tarnish the name of this monastery outside of here.
Fine. Be careful. The mountains are quite treacherous, but as long as you stick to the path, you should be all right. Does this have anything to do with that notice of something in Holbeck?
Well, gave me a starting point. But no, I've been wanting to explore the world a little bit more for a while now. Plus, I fought everybody here, and I know how they fight. I need to get some real world experience.
You hear one voice from inside the monastery go, "Fuck you!"
No, fuck you too. No.
Just be careful. And don't get too wrapped up in what happens out there. Just remember, you can always come back here should you see as well that you could use some more training, but fine.
Father, and he claps him on the shoulder. I will go out and I will find different styles that we can integrate into our own. Something stronger, something that works better. I'm going to find all the types of fighting.
So my style is not good enough, is what you're telling me.
Well, I've seen you fight. Your style is good enough. But you can always use a little more flavor.
I will overlook that slight, and he'll smirk a little bit, kind of pull you into one-armed hug. Kathy presents a small leather case, and it's filled with lunch. It's got a couple flasks of water. It's got a couple just handkerchiefs and rags. Okay, I think I've packed everything that you might need. There's also one extra. I actually managed to get something from that traveling merchant. It's a healing potion, just in case, in case you scrape your knees or anything on the climb down.
Right, a knee scrape. That's all I'll get. Don't worry, Mom.
All right, well, just be safe. And she pulls you into like a tight hug.
Yes, Mother. Of course.
I expect you to visit at least once in the next month.
Month? Mother, do you know how long it takes to get down the hill?
I'm well aware, but I made my demands, and I would hope that you acknowledge them as a son to a mother.
I promise that I will write as often as I can.
Fine. I love you. And she gives you a big, wet, like, smooch of a kiss on your cheek. Ian, don't make that face.
He touches it. Thank you, Mother. Huh?
You do spot, just inside the gates to the monastery, that one other student. What's his name?
Chad.
Chad? You're naming him Chad?
Do you know what my character's real name is? That all makes sense, okay?
Fine.
Chad Theseus, remember from last time?
Chad
I didn't come up
Theseus
with
is
that.
a fucking awesome name. We can credit Nerdy for that magic.
Yeah,
anyway,
right?
You see Chad kind of glaring from inside the gates.
Mm-hmm.
He just has a look of disdain. He doesn't say anything.
Mm-hmm. You better get stronger, he says as he walks by. When I come back, I want a rematch.
Well, the rematch is going to end up with you swallowing your teeth, but sure.
Have fun.
And with that, we are going to shift gears. Merosha, where would you be on your approach to Holbeck?
Merosha would probably be stumbling off the pier, just getting off of one of the incoming merchant ships. You see him kind of just walking down on the ramp onto the pier. He looks like he's nursing a hangover already. Just kind of got his bag over his shoulder. He's got these leather gauntlets hanging by his side, and across his back he does have probably his most favorite thing, this black obsidian trident, and he's just in a gruff. He's just, it's too early.
Are you the captain of a ship?
No, not on this one at least. No.
Got it.
Merosha got onto this ship on a bet. As most of the things that Merosha gains is either from a bet or from a fight.
Nice.
Being like a transient pirate in his now adult life, you get it where you can.
All right. You stumble along the pier. Give me a perception check.
All right, let's do this. Awesome. 17. Let's do it.
17. Highest roll of the game so far. Gotta love it. You can hear the hubbub of, conversation, gossip between those who are working on the pier, whether they're moving crates back and forth or just captains who are just now waking up to the day. But you're hearing a bit of an elevated conversation that there's mention of, there was another one today. Oh, I wonder what's happening over there. Just clearly something has happened in this town or nearby that has people on edge. In addition, you can see, and you aren't quite sure if it's maybe you're still waking up and your eyes are still like you got to wipe the sleep from your eyes, or if it's legit. But there is a ship in the docks that looks fucking awful. It looks like 3 different ship pieces were somehow configured together, and somehow this thing is still floating. There are random planks of wood that look like are like band-aiding over certain spots of the hull, and you can hear the ramblings and rantings of what sounds like a very elderly man aboard that ship.
Merosha like kind of walks over to like a small group of people who are like mumbling about what's happening, and he kind of just taps one person on the shoulder. Hey, what's new in town? What's going on?
Oh, you tap an elven man's shoulder. Oh, something dreadful. Just outside the town in the Adalshire wood, there's something's going on. The hunters can barely break the tree line now. We've had yet another come back, wounded from something inside the forest. The town's a little on edge. That wood used to be peaceful, but now something's changed.
I assume that doesn't happen often.
No, unless somebody angered the spirits. But certainly we're friendly to them as best we can, so hopefully we haven't caused too many problems.
Spirits. What spirits? Again, new in town.
Ah, right. Make me a persuasion check.
All right, yeah. Let's see here. It's a 4.
A 4. He looks at you. Where are you from, sir, if you don't mind my asking?
I just got off that boat right there. I don't remember where it was coming from, but I'm not from around here originally.
Right. Well, I apologize if the awakening was a little rude, but if you don't mind, I'm going to just carry on with my day.
Or before you carry on, what's that? And he points at that boat.
Oh, that's the eyesore of the town, Toby's boat. It's the ramshackle. Don't go near it. He won't stop ranting at you if you do.
Okay. He turns around and he walks directly in like the ramshackle. Yeah.
Go ahead. What do you say as you approach?
Hello, Toby. Hey.
And you see teeny little spindly arms sort of grasp the ledge of the boat and sort of peer over, and you see a man with very sunken features and graying, almost stark white hair that is like defied gravity. He's mostly bald, but there's still some patches he clings to. He's got bags under his eyes, and he looks like he hasn't slept in weeks. He's like, eh? Oh, another. Where'd you come from, huh? Come aboard my ship? Is that what you want? You want to take my ship from me?
No, I'm new in town, and you seem like the guy who knows what's going on.
Oh, I always know what's going on. I see it all. Everything that happens in these waters, I've seen it. And I tell you, something's fishy. I don't like it. These people are all, I don't like it at all. Where are you from?
Lots of different places, Toby. I don't like the people here either.
Oh, thank God. Come on board. You seem like a friendly enough face. And he kicks out a gangplank that, matching the ship, is like 2 gangplanks, like super glued together. Like it bows a little bit as it like lands on the dock.
Like, surprisingly, Merosha feels comfortable in this situation. He's just like, all right, cool. He walks up the gangplank.
Make me an acrobatics check. Gangplank is not the most sound.
Oh, what is that? Hold on. 21.
21.
One of my best skills. Acrobatics.
As you start walking up, you hear that out of the wood at like every step you take, and there's a couple times when it like threatens to rotate or dip or break, but you just handily like navigate the small maze that is the footholds to get onto the boat.
Tell me, how long have you had this boat?
Oh, my father had this boat, and my grandfather had it before him, so it's been in the old Toby's boat family.
Thanks, brain.
For generations at this point. It got a lot of history here, and
He like slaps the side of the boat, and you just hear something somewhere fall.
Oh, okay. All right. It's a
we're
good
not
ship.
sinking. It's fine.
I can swim either way. What's been going on in town, Toby? Why is everybody whispering?
Oh, I think the spirits are doing something. I think the silver spears are constantly marching on through, going overseas, they're pissing everything off. I don't know. Something's out of whack. I feel like at any point something's gonna happen. You know, they're talking about something in the forest outside of town, and I've never been there. I don't believe in going into the forest. The seas where I'm called,
And he just sort of continues to ramble off
Mhm.
topic on a tangent.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, what spirits? What are the spirits?
the spirit. Oh, you're you're from north, aren't you?
You got me. Yep.
I knew it. Be careful. The spirits are strong here and across the sea. They inhabit many of the natural formations of this land. They say that he who keeps the land, the messengers of him.
Um, if you would like, you can roll a religion check.
Yeah. Let's do it. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Straight roll. 10.
Then, I'd say that's enough to at least know basic knowledge. This land has 4 deities. They preside over their domains, but their names, the names of the divine, had been erased from history. The one who presides over nature and spirits is known as he who keeps the land. His places of worship are usually glades or beautiful forests, a beautiful natural formation. Um, so, but more specifics on some of those worship sites, it kind of slips your mind.
Yeah. You know what? I think I've maybe heard a little bit up north about these deities. You have one that I don't know, sounds kind of interesting. It's what is it she who conquers or something along those lines?
Oh, yeah. She's the prime one for Iodrathae. With this
Yeah.
war, everybody could see what it is. It's just a land grab. It's a spit on the peace treaties and goodwill of our neighbors. It's all in service of she who conquers. And, well, it's a, it's a bit difficult trying to convince somebody so dogmatic in their beliefs that she who conquers with respect and honor and decency and not this bombastic bloodshed.
Before we continue, why don't we talk about Merosha's voyage out towards Holbeck? The call to action, if you will, that set your character on this path. Where would we find Merosha before he finds his way into Holbeck?
Right before he got on the ship to Holbeck, he was in his mind in some no-name village, um, coming off of another merchant ship, but this one was more so stolen from a previous, um, let's just say, adventure that he joined upon. Um, he had a nice little decent haul, a little small pack of gold, so he was looking to spend it. So he found himself in this favorite place, the bar and tavern. Um, Normally, what he likes to do is drink himself into a room. It always starts with I bet you I can drink a little bit more than you.
Yeah,
Ever-
try me.
This, yeah, let's try it. And he fishes the first few, and he kind of like, oh man, I don't know, you may be the first one to have me. How about we make it a little bit more interesting?
um, how interesting you want to make it?
I don't know. Let's say 10 gold and a paid room for the night. Could be easy
I
for you.
I don't work here, but I can take care of that for you.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Hey, Marie, if he beats, I'll cover his.
And she's like, I heard you. I heard you. Got it. It's coming onto your tab if he wins.
Merosha looks at Marie and like just kind of gives like a gentle, respectful wink, and he's like, "Could you bring us 4 of your tallest, please?"
Damn. She goes and fetches 4 tall tankards. And you notice something about Marie. Um Make me an insight check. I'll say with advantage.
Oh, okay, cool. My insight is shit. 18. We'll take it.
With an 18, she moves with more grace than you'd expect out of just a bar owner. But she fetches these 4 tankards, fills them with ale, slides them across, and says, I'm going to enjoy the show from the bar, so if you could really just drink this guy under the table, that'd be great.
I'll do my best.
So, just because this is an origin story and clearly you made it here, we'll say that you absolutely drink this dude under the table.
Yeah, it's actually like once Merosha finishes the second one, he looks across the table and grabs this guy's second one and begins to drink that one. And he's like, "You look like you needed some help."
Like full face hits the top of the table. He is out.
Yeah, thought so. And then Merosha stands up and goes, "I'll take that room, please."
Marie's like, already got you ready to go. She'll lead you to the room, and she'll sort of lean against the door frame. Do you want some water? Anything to sober up, or are you just gonna ride this out?
I'll figure it out, Marie. Thank you so much for your patronage.
Okay. There's a bucket under the bed if you need it.
Thank you, Marie.
Please use the bucket, and the door closes behind you.
Yeah. Which
all right.
leads to the morning of him stumbling and nursing that hangover. He does make sure that the bucket is actually emptied for Marie because she was so nice, and finds his way on that stolen merchant ship, which comes into the pier at Holbeck.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, so we're going to come back to present day. As you are standing on the deck of the ramshackle with old Toby, you can see a couple of the silver spears kind of like gathering and kind of glancing in the direction of the ship you just came off of and
Mhm.
talking amongst themselves.
Toby, you want to see something cool?
Always.
Yeah. So my line of work, it always has its disadvantages.
Oh,
The advantages are big, but there's more disadvantages. So you always have to come up with a contingency plan. Check this out. And he looks outside of the window and he points at the back of the ship and he goes, "What does that look like?" It's smoke, Toby. Give it a second.
What happens? Tell me what happens.
The back of the ship just completely blows out and begins to sink.
The whole back of the ship explodes, and you watch as everybody who's on the pier just screams and starts running towards the inner city while a bunch of silver spears try to mobilize and make their way towards the ship.
Toby, I will see you later. I owe you a drink.
I
And then
like your style.
All right.
scurries out.
All right. So you scurry into the city itself. We now are going to move towards Cybal, or I want to make sure I want to pronounce it correctly.
Cybal.
Cybal. I did it. I did it, internet.
We did it.
Did it. BT dubs, both Gavl and Merosha take an extra point of luck. Yeah. For those who are watching, luck is a fantastic mechanic that Kobold Press has introduced with Tales of the Valiant. You can have up to 5 luck, and they can be spent 1 for 1 to increase the result of your roll. They also allow you to I'm definitely checking this just to make sure I get the rolls right. You can spend 3 luck to re-roll a d20 used for a check. If you get over 5, you then have to roll a d4, and whatever you get is the luck that you now have. The game literally is telling you, use the luck, use it up, do whatever you need to do with it. But, Cybal,
Yes.
tell me how you are approaching Holbeck.
I think we find him somewhere very high. He got distracted and he wants to work on something, so maybe a cliff top or a rooftop somewhere.
Okay.
And it's just sitting down taking various copious notes on the ground.
Are you already in the town, or are you just outside the town?
It's just outside the town.
Okay. We'll say that there's like a small hill just outside Holbeck. It's got like a reasonable cliff top for you to plop down on.
Yeah, he was supposed to keep walking, but he saw prime opportunity of like, I've needed a high space for some time, and I think that this would be perfect for my experiment. I just need to. It's just sitting and hyper focusing, and he doesn't realize like time is passing.
Okay. As you are sitting, I'm going to make a roll. As you're sitting, you can hear the commotion just outside the town. You're still far away, so you can't quite hear words, but you do hear some raised voices, some concerns. How long have you been on this cliff top? Just curious.
Let's say if we're okay with the GM, 2 hours now.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
If that is the case, make me a perception check.
Ooh, I could do those.
Yeah.
I could even do the kind of okay-ish. I spoke too soon. I rolled a 7.
Okay. With a 7, you'll be able to tell from your spot. So if we're looking at the map, I'm going to say that the hill is like right up here, like just along that path that's going to lead into the Alestino spine. You can spot, coming from the eastern edge of the Adalshire Wood, a small group of people, maybe 2 or 3, that are moving quickly from the tree line towards the town. And you saw as the Silver Spears welcomed them into the town, and there's a bit of a hurried conversation that had just happened outside the gates. You do notice as well, somebody had walked along that same path with a quarterstaff on their back and managed to enter not too long after that strange interaction at the entryway.
I mean, this is a perfect location. Of course, I need a peer review and, of course, a witness to document anything should the worst happen to me. Excuse me, pardon. Up here.
Who are you waving to?
I am waving to the group of people that were starting to run, or the guards themselves.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. One of the spears kind of like looks around before eventually spotting you. What are you doing up there?
Currently, pondering the benefits of flight versus the ability to walk on surfaces that are flat and lateral, like ceilings or walls, rather.
What?
Is it more beneficial for one to be able to fly, or is it more beneficial for one to be able to stick to surfaces? What do you say? I believe that perhaps flight might be something more conducive to what my aims are, but I'm not. I'm always one for suggestions and ideas, and you seem like a bright enough person. I'm sorry to assume. Hello.
You go through this rant, and after another long pause, you hear, "What?"
Flight it is. Okay. All right. This is fine, Cybal. We've thought it through. We've done all the work. We've checked and we've double checked and then we've triple checked and all right. And he's just going to tap his cane onto the ground and they shift into boots. All right. Simple enough. I mean, if individuals are able to turn bat feces into explosions, I can defy gravity. I mean, really, what is flight other than power, roll, pitch, and yaw? All right, and then he gets into the boots. All right, really snug and comfortable. That's snug and comfortable, sir.
What?
That is someone in need of a good tutor. All right. It's easy, Cybal. Just jump. The math has been done, and you are good at math. So good that you would bet your shins and knees on it. Okay.
Hey, you're not about to jump, are you?
Yes, in fact, I am. But it is.
Is he about to jump?
It's fine.
Do
I'm
it.
good at math.
Do it.
All right.
Do a backflip.
A bat. Not on the first go.
Only for the girls.
Oh no, I've developed a bit of a crowd.
Oh my god.
All right. I'm going to do it now, everyone. In 3, 2, and I will jump off the cliff. And I have augmented them with the propulsion effect. So
Okay.
He's going to jump and fall, and it's going to be concerning. It's going to be very worrying, but at the last second, there's like sparks on the bottom, and then finally, ha! I did it!
Oh man!
The crowd's like, oh.
All right, everybody, go home.
Nothing to see here. Just a dude flying. No,
Okay.
you see. I will say several of the guards, as you like take that leap, you just hear shouts, immediate shouts in reaction before you finally. The boots activate and you are propelling yourself. I
just
assume
wanted-
somewhat.
I wanted them
slightly
to go vroom, and like go straight forward and just into the ground.
How many
You know
hit
what?
points do I have to spare? We can make this a reality.
Make me an acrobatics check.
Oh, that's the worst one. Oh, actually, it's not. I'm pretty okay at that.
Tony
Not
Stark
very
had to
accurate.
start somewhere.
I'm just rolling all the sevens. Like we just knocking the sevens out of the way. If you need a 7,
Okay.
I'm your guy.
I'm gonna say your boots activate and you feel that propulsive effect, and you start leaning forward a little bit to gain some forward momentum. But you lean forward a little too much, and instead of a gradual sort of glide down, you start to really Superman it, so it goes a little quick. as you're
Oh,
flying forward.
fuck PIMDOS! God damn it! I always mess that up.
Gavl's like, civil?
Ah!
Flying past.
Ah!
Oh my god.
I love it. I love that. That's the visual. Cybal. Ah!
So you are
Shrugs
you
the
trying
pack
to
over his shoulder
fly?
and moves on.
Are you trying to fly like over the town, by the front entrance? Where's your ideal destination?
The idea, GM, if we're being honest here, and I feel like I could trust you and the audience, was to hover. So this is gone completely poorly.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna say I would like to give you full narrative control of what happens here.
Okay.
Because the boots are malfunctioning, and I love that this is happening. Thank you. So, like, you tell me, where am I gonna end up?
Okay. I'm gonna say that your boots, just the power behind it, goes a little too far, and you are essentially rocketing towards the entrance of the town. And you know, if you don't course correct or slow yourself down, you're going to collide with the front gates or the literal silver spears in front of it. What do you do?
I'm gonna give myself a cool hero moment.
There you go.
In this moment of panic, he's going to tap something on his chest, and all around him, his armor comes along and crafts itself onto the boots, and he's just gonna grab the crowd to stop himself into almost like a Tokyo drift with giant wings on the back of his arm.
Fantastic. You manifest your armor, and all of the plates sort of lift from the inner undersuit that you were wearing into place. The helmet, like the full visor, drops down. The wings bamf out, and you manage to slow your momentum enough that you can land safely, like just in front of the spears, as the boots deactivate.
Just gonna stand up tall and go, "Everyone, it's fine. I've recovered." And just walk away.
The spears watch you walk past them, and one of them goes, "Isn't that?" And the other one goes, "Yeah, it is." We are going to do a little bit of a backtrack to what sets you on this journey. Where would we find Cybal before he sets out on his journey towards Holbeck?
I think you find Cybal in the family armory, just trying to find something that feels right. He's got an injury on his left leg, so he uses his cane. He's an ambulatory cane user, and so he's trying to pick things up with one hand, and the balance is off, and it's almost like he's doing the math of it. Like, all right, if I can compensate with this, and just nothing is quite there, and that's where you would find him.
Some of the nearby guards, I mean, they spot you. They don't immediately jump in to assist. They just sort of look awkwardly until you hear, "We need more men out on the front gates. See yourselves to it." And the guards a gesture towards somebody who has just entered the armory. And you look and see your father.
Father?
Boy, what are you doing in here?
I have an idea for how I might be able to. It's a matter of leverage, really. So if I just need to find a well balanced weapon here, and then if I can adjust for some counterbalances, I have an idea.
How many times have I told you that this is a waste?
Well, nothing worth doing is ever easy. So we are warriors. I don't have any talent for the arcane or divine, so it's in our blood.
Warrior.
Yes. Honestly,
Interesting choice of word.
if you think about it, really all combat is the application of force, and the application of force is just basically math and pressure, angles, geometry. It's all simple.
Cybal, I am revoking your access to the armory.
Uh, I could see how that would be something that a parent would do to be protective. Now,
You misunderstand, Cybal. I am protective, but that's not my reasoning. You are of the Kingsman name. I have a reputation as the general of the Queen's forces, and if my Cybal were to attempt to put on a suit of armor, it would be an insult to the Iodrathae Sovereignty's army.
I actually have an idea about that specifically. Armor. I, I don't have a prototype just yet, but if you give me just a little bit, I will be able to show you a proof of concept, as it
Cybal,
were.
I have put to rest my desires for you to take up a spear and join your father in glorious conquest. I have long put that to bed, and it's time that you should as well.
Anything worth doing. Yes, there are complications, but that is what makes one brilliant, is how
At
one
what point did I state that this was a conversation? Listen. I have fed your fantasies for long enough. And while I understand you have a desire to serve and to help this army, the place at my side will be filled by someone else.
if I may.
Continue.
Any idea worth believing in should be able to stand up to scrutiny. And I would like to scrutinize your decision here, because I believe there are many flaws within it. And if I might poke a hole in that logic that you are clinging to, then you might be able to see my side of things.
Make a persuasion check.
I swear to God, if I roll a 7. Hey, story dice. 16.
Thank you. I will make you a deal.
Yes.
You have 6 months. Conduct whatever experiments you feel you need to. And if in 6 months you do not produce something of value that I can use to have you at my side, then the matter is settled, and you will attend an academy in the Zesoran Magocracy, and you will make us proud in a different way.
Understood. 6 months should be more than enough time. I just need a few things to get started, namely access to the armory.
It is granted.
Well, I look forward to standing by your side.
He turns to leave, but then stops. Just see to that leg.
It's fine. I stand on it for a little bit, and then it begins to ache, and then I don't stand on it, and then we repeat the cycle over and over again. It's just
As you were, and he slowly turns and walks out of the armory.
all right, Cybal. We told a little white lie about the prototype, so let's make that lie the truth. And just immediately starts drawing and writing.
So eventually, word reaches Mithril Bastion of a commotion happening just outside of Holbeck. Your father, ever consumed with the war across the sea in Lothorn, doesn't even devote any of his soldiers to investigating. But what do you do upon hearing this news?
How long has it been since that conversation?
Well, I'm actually going to leave that to you. You are developing a prototype suit. How long do you think that would take to get to where you are now?
I think he is 2 months in and getting a little worried that it's not further than where he wants it to be.
Okay.
And hearing of a scuffle, it's like, this will be an opportunity to get some good research in. So I think there's an eagerness to him. Just I can get out there and contribute.
All right. We now come back to present day. You are waltzing through the front gates of Holbeck in your full suit.
Hello, everyone.
Several of the townspeople look in shock, and there's a small parting of the crowd to make sure that you have ample room.
Apologies for the ruckus.
I love the Batman voice so much. All right. We now come to Maeris. Maeris, oh, thank you for the raid, Danny. I see you. Maeris, where would we see you as you make your way towards Holbeck?
I think Maeris just got done selling her home and all of its contents, and she has decided to finally move forward with the nomadic life permanently.
Oh, okay. Okay. Will you have already been in the town, or are you on approach?
I think she's probably walking out of I don't know, what are banks in fantasy worlds? Probably still banks. A bank. So she's probably walking out and folding up a receipt of some kind. She has a little bit of cash stowed away from the sale and everything.
Okay. Yeah, you step out onto the road. We'll say it's inside Holbeck, and you can hear commotion at the entrance of the town just before you hear some explosion coming from the docks. What do? You have a wonderful sack of money in your hands, and almost immediately the day is set out to be something a little crazy.
I think I think she had adjusted her backpack, and she's like, I think I'm going to buy myself something nice for me. The very first time since my very first child was born. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And she takes one step towards medieval Starbucks to get herself something a sweet little treat, and then there's just the and she just goes and then she listens for which one sounds like there's more of a whatever one is more apt for injury. And he was like, a dear God, and then goes in that direction.
It's probably towards the dock.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me a perception check as you make your way through the streets.
Okay, so first added sentimental value. I'm using my real life son's D20 for all my rolls. Oh. He's such a shit. I got a 1.
Oh man. I just want to
precious little gifts.
Precious little gifts. I just want to make sure that I'm doing the luck correctly. It's not my first time playing Tales of the Valiant. Leave me alone, chat. I'm looking at you. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
I'll definitely use it.
I'm gonna give you a luck for the natural one, just period, and also Cybal, mark that you have an extra luck as well.
Okay.
Going forward, just in case I miss it, when you fail with an attack roll or fail a save, you gain a luck. I can award a luck, and difficult encounters can also lead to a luck. So, just in
Cool.
case I forget, feel free to call me out on it. You go to investigate the docks, just as there's a mob of people just starting to run up the road towards you, and you find yourself in the thick of like the mob that as they're trying to move past you.
Yeah.
What do you do?
She definitely has like the whole mom thing where you go like this when all of your kids are around you, and then she just kind of goes like this for a second, and she's like, just give me a moment of peace, dear gods, just give me a second. I said a second. I'm like, just fucking push everybody I can out, and I'm just a little tiny halfling, so it's looking like I'm hitting a bunch of legs.
I believe halflings have a thing where you can go under people's legs to move through their space. Is that correct?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
I just kind of can do that.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm definitely going to like shimmy through, like push through, and just say, like, so rude, and just like, you're supposed to walk on the right and pass on the left. Don't people know how to walk these days? And she,
Do we
yeah,
have to
halfling
signal when we
nimbleness.
turn too? I
Yeah.
forget these rules.
Yes, you have to signal. You signal and then you break.
This mob of people who is running from an explosion are like getting schooled in manners and like, oh, I'm so sorry.
At one point, I like grab an ear and I pull it away. I'm like, this way.
Love it. Eventually, you do manage to break through the crowd and can see the docks. You see one ship that looks like a goddamn nightmare, and then another which is slowly starting to sink into the bay.
Do I notice the handiwork of this? Like, if I were to look around,
I'll say give me
Can I-
another perception check.
yeah, I want to see if I can put 2 and 2 together. God damn it, that's a 2.
Ooh, hey, it's an improvement.
It is, we're getting there.
You don't really see anything like a signature or anything, but you do spot that there were a couple crewmates who were harmed in this particular stunt, and the spears are trying to carry them off of the ship before it sinks into the waves.
Okay. I'm going to approach the beach and or the dock or whatever, and I'm going to start pulling injured sailors, and I'm going to, as I do it, I'm going to cast like just healing hands as I fucking pull each one. I'm like, all right, single file, it's okay. I'll cast mending at one point. I'm like, oh, let me just get that shirt for you, and then kind of like smooth the collar. You're okay. Just walk it off.
I love that. As you are tending to these wounds and to the damages to these people, we're going to take a little bit of a rewind. What has set Maeris on this decision to sell her home? Those last moments before that decision was made.
I think she was reading one of her children's journals. She has keepsakes of everybody, and she was reading a journal of her son, and it was a picture that he had drawn of the whole family. And as she's sort of like standing in his empty room that has like a thin layer of dust on everything. She kind of like touches it, the picture, and closes her eyes and hopes that she can hear his voice coming from the door behind her, but there's nothing. And I think realizing she doesn't quite remember exactly how his voice sounded, she's like, it's time.
Roll me a d20.
Come on. 11.
As you have that realization and the weight that follows, as your eyes are closed and you're sort of making peace, you can't help but feel as though you're not sitting alone on that bed. And it's not a physical realization, it's more just a comforting warmth that you feel just for a moment. And it's almost like the weight of coming to such a decision is lifted by a single word that enters your mind. Oh. And it's warm, it's loving, and it is a little bolstering. And that warmth stays with you for the next few minutes.
I think she kind of like is nodding while wiping away tears. And she sticks the book in a bag that she keeps with her, just like the equivalent of a diaper bag. It's got everything in it. And she turns around and like busies herself with making a bed that has already been made so many times that there is not a single wrinkle. And she's like pressing the pillow flat, and then finally it's like, okay. Okay, I'll go. You don't have to twist my arm. I'll go. She like goes and does it again. She's okay, enough, Maeris. I'll go.
My heart. We're going to come back to the present moment.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to ask Merosha, do you spot Maeris tending to some of the unfortunate side effects of your escape plan?
Yep. Yep. Just like, oh. He's standing there and he's like, shit.
Do I see him?
I leave that up to you.
Merosha! Pardon me, dear. You go on with the others. Merosha, you come here right now.
Maeris! It's
Don't
hey.
you Maeris me. Was this you? I should have known.
Was what me? Oh gods! Somebody blew up that. Do you need help? I just.
You said that last time. I'm gonna pull your ear if you let me bring you down to like right here, and I'm gonna say,
Big orc is told by this halfling.
Did you eat?
No.
Oh, shame on you. We're eating.
Whoever did this should be ashamed.
Yes, really. They should be ashamed.
Before we continue, because I realize that we did not go over this in your intros, describe your characters for our audience.
Oh, sure.
Go
I'll
for
go.
it.
Yeah. So Merosha is a green skin, a half orc. He's about 6'5", which the fact that he got his ear pulled was hilarious. Um, he's in like your standard garb. It's like definitely Dread Pirate Roberts esque without the sleeves. He has like a half cloak that's on that's really like been worn really bad. Um, he like physical traits of course is like a standard pirate orc, but he has very detailed tattoos that just goes across the top of his chest and over his shoulders, and they almost kind of look like dancing flames like in their colors. He's just like, I don't know, I beat a guy one time, he had magical ink, it was cool. um uh but yeah, just and it's just like the slight hint of a small tusk that comes from his bottom lip, and of course, like I said before, that black obsidian trident that he has across his back with his little fighting gauntlets that are just leather fingerless gloves that hangs by his side, and he's just like, so we're going to eat, like, so
And Maris.
Maeris is a halfling, so she is not quite 4 feet, and she has like kind of like brindle brown and auburn and gray hair, kind of swept back. She's very nondescript, so it looks, you could tell that she's like somebody who gets stains on her clothing or tears, but make sure everybody else is taken care of. So she's wearing a big baggy sweater that's probably one of 3 that she owns, and like, you know, like pairs of pants just doused with memories of nicks and tears and patches. She does carry one item as a keepsake of everybody in her family, and a wedding ring and a staff.
All right. You two make your way further into the city just as Gavl and Cybal. We'll say that you guys approach from like different streets before you come upon these two. And before we continue, Cybal as well, I was awful and did not allow you to describe your character.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm playing a short king. He is 5'3", rather lanky. He's got a metal prosthetic arm, and he walks around with his cane. He's very covered up, but there's a weird, like, silvery undergarment that he's wearing. And the top of his cane is silver with it's almost translucent, like you can see the metal moving inside. Um, he's wearing a fancy blue and purple coat, a pitch black scarf that he has wrapped around with the hood up that matches the coat. It just thick Coke bottle glasses, just like this guy can't see shit. Like, yeah, and he's just kind of walking along. I'd imagine at this point, because he doesn't want to waste any of the energy of the armor. The armor has retracted back into the undergarment and other pieces back into the cane, and he's just kind of walking along.
Okay. We'll say, Gavl, you hear a commotion behind you as the crowd parts a little bit, and you recognize an armored individual approaching.
Which one?
The
Is
one
it
with
the
the
tall
wings,
one or the short
darling.
No, the armor has retracted. He's no longer in it. He's just.
Mhm. I thought that was you.
Yeah. I worked on the flight prototype. Not a failure, not a success. Work in progress. How are you doing? I flew by you. I said hi, but I think I might have been moving so fast that you might not have heard the enunciation.
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, well, Ooh, looking rather dapper. So good to see you here.
Right. What are you doing here?
Well, I heard that there is to be some matter of shenanigans about, and where there are shenanigans in rough housing, there is data to be had. So here I am.
Funny enough, I'm here for the same reason, so...
Shenanigans! It's wonderful.
Yes. You keep saying that word, I'm not sure what it means.
To be quite honest with you, I'm not either. I heard a couple of the soldiers saying it while they were drinking one night, and I thought, wow, that sounds like a very cool thing. And I'm not naturally a cool person, so I developed the tendency to say what I think cool people say, thinking that it might, by transitive property, make me cool as well. Is it working?
No.
Good to know!
Oh my god. We'll say
I
it's
don't
this.
think
Oh, go
I
ahead.
don't
Go
think
ahead.
you should change who you are. I think you're useful the way you present yourself.
Oh, of course. But the lingo of soldiers is one that I aim to adopt so that I might be included in their number at some point. Yeah.
Strive for the top, I see.
Talk like the job you want. Is that the saying? I think that's the saying. Or is it dress for the talk you want? I'm not very good at social things.
Right. I've only been out of my monastery for a few months at this point, so I don't think I'm very much help there.
Well, partners in awkwardness. It's always better to do things as a group.
Fair.
And as you say that, you spot two familiar faces amongst the crowd of Holbeck,
Oh,
Maeris and Merosha.
Listen, it was necessary is all that I'm saying. Like, I know that you're upset, but it's...
I think bathing is necessary. Following the law is necessary in certain circumstances. Respecting your elders, necessary when it comes to yours truly. Blowing up a ship.
Hey.
Oh,
Like
I'm sorry.
arson.
No, Aaron.
Oh, no!
No, the worst
Those are you
pause face.
face screen.
Oh, no! No!
Oh my god, that was the best pause face ever.
Oh gosh, it was funny.
I'm sorry.
Technology.
Oh, goodness. Oh my god, New Jersey internet.
What?
Yes. Did my voice cut out at all though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, I said blowing up a ship is not necessary.
It depends the situation. This situation, it was necessary. I mean,
The
whatever.
fates collide.
Oh,
Oh. Hello.
Oh.
oh, Cybal.
Hi.
What are Gavl and Cybal doing here? This one just committed arson, but we're being quiet about it.
Oh, what did you use as an accelerant? Can you tell me how it burned? Did it burn immediately, or was there any sort of delay? Sorry,
Cybal, it's fine. It was a delayed. It was a gasoline infused jelly that I found off the coast that I used to wrap around a barrel of black powder. It took approximately 20 minutes to burn through. I knew you would like that.
This is why we're friends. You
Yeah.
get me.
Yeah.
Also, I hope everyone was okay in the explosion. 20 minutes.
Everybody was fine. Everybody was just fine. I didn't have to cast mending at all. And as I say that, I'm going to take your Coke bottle glasses off and I'm going to touch them and cast mending on the little crack that happened on the little eyeglass and give them back.
Oh my, thank you. Sometimes I catch myself looking at that crack and I go cross-eyed for 15 minutes.
I think when Merosha... Oh, I'm sorry. When Merosha sees Gavl, he grabs his gloves and he starts putting them on and he's like, Gavl.
Hello. Are you interested in something, or...
You want to do this in the street or do you want to go to a private corner?
Are they talking about coitus or combat?
I think they're
kind of,
talking
like-
about combat.
He
Oh.
takes a stance and he like spreads out his legs as he like
Are you
flexes his
certain?
fist.
Merosha legit does the Henry Cavill cocking of the arms. He's just like, here we go.
As you both square the fuck up, I'm gonna say that there's a passing spear that goes, "Hey, hey, not in the streets.
There's
We
a
already have enough
spar.
chaos today."
Sparring.
Your two friends can't say hello? Jeez.
Wait, what? Oh shit, fuck. He's like, oh shit, I hope I didn't just like tread on somebody's like culture. Fuck.
You're right.
Sure.
Yeah, you should
Like
feel that.
his friend is like, yeah, dude, like what the fuck? You should just let them say hello. He's
This
like, I
town
know,
is
shit.
so tolerant. I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
Just like,
Great. Like the first punch. Let's go.
The second guard's like, hey, you know, maybe it's like an homage to She Who Conquers. Oh, I didn't think as you were. He
Thank
gives
you.
like a salute.
Oh my goodness. Did you eat?
Of course.
You're such a
Nope.
liar, Gavl.
Oh,
Thank
I
you
did.
for your
I
honesty.
know I did. I train my body quite well. I have to keep up my calorie count, otherwise it's worth nothing.
Very well.
Now,
The other two.
the thing about that question is that it's rather broad and there's no specific time period. So, in general, yes, I have eaten.
Merosha covers Sybil's mouth and goes, we have not eaten yet.
Later then.
Well, I'm sure I have some granola bars in my bag, but if you'd rather, we can go to the tavern for something more substantial.
So I just need to confirm. Did you say Garnola?
No, I said granola.
I swear to God, I heard Garnola, and I was like, it's the
No.
time
It
to
is-
see granola.
Yeah, it is now, though. Granola.
Man.
Granola bars.
Granola.
going in my notes.
You get that granola shit the fuck away from me. I want garnola and only garnola.
It's in my notes. It's
Noted.
canon.
Granola.
They're just Nature Valley bars. You just open them and
Yeah.
And they will. There, eat enough of the looking ground. Let's go.
You drop it once, it's just powder.
Drop it once and everybody has to make a deck save.
my eyes. The Garnola.
Like missile.
I think it should give
Holy
1d4 bludgeoning damage if they throw it.
And they have to do a con save against blindness.
Yeah.
You know how disrespectful it'd be to kill the PPEG with the garnola bar?
Oh
what have
my
I done?
god. I am making mom items for everything now.
I want you to know I'm specifically putting a note on the BBEG that he is immune to Garnola damage.
Noted.
This is crap. I can't play like this.
You say that, but come episode whatever the fuck, it's gonna happen. You're gonna go.
Mhm.
Just wait until I pull out all the Lego bricks that I'm gonna sprinkle on the ground.
I love it here.
Lego bricks. Cool, got it. As the group finds Jesus Christ, as the group meets and finds a place to eat, we're going to take our 10-minute break. So, to those in my chat, thank you so much for tuning in. Please stick around. We've got more game for you. We just want to make sure we get our bio breaks, get our medicine, get our, dinner and all that stuff. So, for all of you guys watching, go stretch your legs, get some water, do your bio breaks, take your medicine if you haven't, and we'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
Eat your
BRB.
granola.
Hello again, Internet. We return. You haven't gotten rid of us yet for some reason. Hi. We are back from our bio break. Our 4 adventurers have reconvened over some food. We'll say that you guys, let's say you guys find a nice, outdoor spot to sit and eat some food. I'm not a food GM, so why don't you guys describe what it is that you're eating? So I don't have to. I'm not Captain Robert.
Maeris is eating a slice of Chaw's cake that she pulled out of her bag
Oh, no.
with a little Tootie Grom on it. Fantasy Teddygrams.
All right,
And she's
I
just
see
like,
where
so?
I see where this is going, and I regret making jokes about how granola was said because now all food is gonna be weird.
Oh, it's going to be
Yeah.
great.
Oh, Jesus.
Cybal is snacking on leftover BFC, Barovia fried chicken. I got some chicken tendies, some mashed potatoes.
Oh,
Mashed potatoes is a trademark.
You can say mashed potatoes.
holy shit.
Hobbit say
Yeah.
potatoes.
And some slow claw.
Slow claw. It's the alternative to White Claws.
Yeah, and you've got the goggles that count as like the sunglasses to go with it. It's great.
Yeah, it's for when you want to get white elf wasted.
Oh God. Gavl.
Cooked chicken, grapes, and ginger ale.
I love it so much. Oh, and Merosha.
Two really big full rack of ribs and
Nice.
just going for it.
Oh,
Or
Jesus.
rabs if you want to get into it.
Ra-
Two full rack of rabs.
I will, but rabs make me sleepy.
Some rabs and a pitcher of Boulade. Like we just
Boulade. Shut up.
The boule man bursts into your room and is like, "Oh yup."
Oh yup.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ, what have we done?
No, that's amazing.
No,
Kobold Press, I promise we
I'm
will.
so
play your
sorry.
game.
I'm so...
We're gonna make a supplement now for all the food.
Yes.
We just thought of all the merch right there, y'all.
God.
Boule man.
Oh, yep.
Oh yup. He doesn't
I'm
burst
not
through
putting-
a wall.
I'm
He
not
gently
making merch
opens
of
a
the
door.
Kool-Aid Man.
He's like, "Oh yup."
Oh no.
Tucks you in before you go to bed. Oh yup.
Hey, Kujo, what do you think your players remember most about the world that you're playing in? Is it the
The
gods? Is
Boulade.
it the cultures? Is it anything else? No.
It's
No.
the Boulade.
It's just the Boulade Man.
Yo, Boulade lad. Oh yup. Does the whip.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm done.
The desert mix is my favorite.
Oh shit, I minimized Foundry. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Just like mom makes it. Oh my God.
All right. Well, I have a weird ass highlight to come back with. Oh
Here
God.
we go.
So anyway, you guys are sitting and eating. You are aware that there's some actual trouble happening outside the town. But what do you guys do? What do you guys discuss? Hit me with that RP and what decisions you guys would like to make.
So we know what the arson was. What was the potential arson on the other side? I heard another explosion. What was that?
Wasn't quite an explosion, but you did hear the commotion of a bunch of people as somebody seems to have flown to the front gates of Holbeck itself, and you can assume
That
who
may have
would
been
be.
me. Apologies.
I shouldn't ask. No, you know what? I'm not going to ask. No,
Oh,
you know, I'm curious. What was it?
Yeah, she's
Oh.
gonna ask.
So, I've been debating with the practicality of flight versus the ability to walk on vertical surfaces, wall walking, as it were. I decided it would be more useful useful to fly. So, I did the equation. I may have misplaced an exponent or two, and I think in the thrust category, to be sure. And so when I meant to hover, I instead accelerated to maximum threshold, and it could have ended poorly, but luckily I've got safety restraints.
Oh, Cybal. I'm going to reach out and take your hands. I am so proud of you.
That I mean, thank you. It's not functional yet, but it will be.
It will be.
In 4 more months, just 4 more months, this whole get up will work.
Absolutely. And I'll squeeze your hands and let go.
He squeezes back.
And what about you, Gavl? What are you up to?
I'm just eating my lunch.
No. In general.
Oh, looking for work, I guess.
Oh. What, do you need help? I would love to tag along. I'm sort of an empty nester, officially.
Well, if you'd like. I can handle myself, though. If that's, I don't. Have you learned to punch?
No. But I can heal yours if you get punched.
I suppose that is faster than healing on my own. Yes, if you'd like.
If there's punching to be had, I volunteer myself as a target. I do need to work on its cushioning. No point in surviving the blow if all of my insides are liquefied. Sheer impact.
Are you sure you want to volunteer to do that?
No, but I can't pass up the chance for good data, so yes.
I will not hold back.
I will certainly hope that you don't.
All right.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second. I shouldn't have ate all of the BFC before this. All right. I'm ready. And he armors up.
Oh, goodness. Go gentle on him.
No need to hold back.
I will not.
Does that suit come with a voice?
Oh yes, I installed it to make myself seem more intimidating. Is it working?
That's a natural 20.
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
I'm good at one thing!
I like to imagine he armored up, started talking to Merosha, not paying attention, and then turns to get his shit utterly wrong.
So that is going to bring up a house rule for this game. Your critical hit damage is your max base damage. So if you have 2d6 or whatever plus a modifier, you add the max of that together, and then you roll dice on top of that.
Just one extra dice?
Just one extra dice.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 10 points of non-lethal damage.
Okay. As a reaction, I will use the absorb feature. And what that does is that I now have resistance to bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
nice.
Wait, hold on. Oh, never mind. It only does that for acid, cold, fire, force, lightning, poison, or thunder.
But not getting punched.
Not getting your rocked. So he just goes.
Merosha
Oh,
picks up his plate of ribs and he's like, "Come on."
I've got spare the dying like prepped and ready to go.
You would know that Gavl does not kill people unless he absolutely has to.
Wonderful melee.
Did it work?
Yep, I'm still standing. I'm. Oh, my voice modulator. I'm certain that if I were not in the armor, I would be dead.
You're still doubled over, like clearly in pain, but your voice sounds cool as a cucumber.
The breathing, the sucking in to like tolerate the pain has become like Darth Vader, like.
Is the voice modulator like in a helmet? Is the helmet attached to the thing,
So
or is
there,
it removable?
it's attached, so it's all one piece.
Oh.
So it's all interlocking, but there is a charm on the side of it that when he got his shit rocked, it like wound it the wrong way, so he had to put it back to get the voice going.
One
Well,
one
you
setting
could take
for
a
your...
hit better than you could last time, so.
Yes, I managed to keep consciousness this time, which is fantastic. It's an improvement.
As you are socializing, aggressively socializing, I'm going to ask Maeris to make me a perception check.
Ew.
If they see me crying because the DC is just 2.
A 7.
7.
Yeah.
You, as you're sort of off the road, you can hear more and more people talking about what's going on outside of town. And for a moment, you thought you saw somebody in the crowd, like in the thick of it, not talking, not interacting with anybody else. They were looking directly at you. And before you can get like details, somebody walks in front of them and that image disappears.
Fuck that.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Please tell me that was about your entrance or you just getting punched in the fucking chest.
Yes.
Good. It's a great yes and.
I think Maeris is going to kind of like very visually rack her brain and detach from everything that's happening. But not really like say anything because I don't even know exactly what I saw.
Okay.
But she's sort of like trying to place it.
Okay. More and more people are starting to approach this little outdoor restaurant that you guys are eating at. And one person in particular looks to be all kinds of excited.
Yeah, no, I found it in the middle of the glade. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
And you see this this older human hunter, scraggly beard, very rough and tumble. He's got a few like nicks and scars on his face just from life. He's wearing like a leather pelt, and he's holding this. It looks like a roughly hewn cut piece of amber, but it's like got like more of a golden hue to it, and you can just feel this very slight, almost like honey sweetness in the air around him as he's holding this thing. And he's got a group of people with him, and they're all asking like, what was it like? I mean, what was the glade like? Did it look, how beautiful was it? We've heard it's, gorgeous in there. Nobody's ever been near there, and blah blah blah.
He's like, yeah, I mean, it was right there, and I decided to pick it up and take it home. And I'm thinking this could fetch a nice price. Maybe get me a decent standing in the town, if you know what I mean.
And like some of the people around him kind of like laugh along and giggle. But Yeah, all of you feel that weird sort of. It's difficult to explain, but like. The best way to equate it would be the feeling that you get after a wonderful night's sleep and that stretch you get. That real good stretch in the morning, if it were just like a warmth emanating off of something.
I don't know her.
Right. I'm not certain as to what this feeling is.
I think it's the Rabs.
Do we know where that feeling? Like, do we know where that feeling is coming from? I know you just explained it, but
You can roll give me a nature check.
oh, that is an 18 plus 2. Dirty
Okay.
20.
Dirty 20. Anybody else?
Oh, I'll roll.
Yeah.
Feel free.
My nature's not so
19.
19.
Pass.
Okay. As in you passed. It's fine. Between
I'm all
Maeris.
focused on my plate.
Hey, those rabs are delicious.
The Rabs.
Between Cybal and Maeris, you look at the stone that he's holding, and you two have heard stories about spirit eggs, very highly sought after artifacts of the spirits that live within this world. This one in particular seems to radiate a lot of positive energy. But that being said, there's only one place that it would have made sense for him to pick this up. And it's awfully strange that everybody's talking about how the Adalshire wood is starting to act quite strangely in these last few days.
GM,
Yeah.
I got a question.
Okay. Did you
Would you-
raise your hand? Just
I'm
kidding.
sorry. Would you say that we spent about a minute looking at this thing by chance?
Sure. The conversation he was sort of like rambling on about went for more than a minute. Sure.
Because I have a pretty cool talent called Scrutinous.
Okay.
When you spend a minute or longer examining an object for fine or hidden details, you can ask your GM one question about it and he must answer truthfully.
Okay. Ask me that question.
All right, 1 second. Guys, this is as far as I thought ahead. Help! I'm playing a smart guy, but I'm dumb.
The question has to be about the item? Like it has to be
Yeah.
about the item itself?
Oh,
Okay. Is it easily
does it seem
stolen?
dangerous? Like, is this what it's emanating? Seem like it is a power that has, like, is going to, it can't be controlled. You know, like, is it gonna blow up? Basically, is it
That's
bad
a good
news?
question for you to ask. You should be asking that about a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm really,
Specifically.
Is this horse gonna blow up?
Mhm.
I'm really kind of been slacking on that. GM, I've thought of a question. Does this thing have the potential to cause harm?
A solid question, my friend.
I'm
I
glad
will
I thought of
say
it. No, I'm kidding. This is corporate America.
it is. It is. Think of it like a raw font of arcane energy. By itself, it's just energy. But if tampered with, or left for long enough without proper tending, it has a risk to become dangerous.
Oh, I have so many more questions, and to get the answers to those questions, I will have to be social, which is something that is very unpleasant. All right, just rubs the top of his cane, then taps it down. Here we go, and I'm gonna walk over to.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I think I got this. This is
Go
it's going to be fine.
Are you doing something dangerous but safely?
Probably. You
I don't believe
miss,
that.
sir.
Oh no.
Might I touch your rock?
No.
Oh God! What?
You're like
Oh.
yelling at him from like less than a table away.
No.
Uh,
Who wants to handle this?
what? I'll handle it.
Go ahead, Cybal.
Your rock there, sir. Might I grab it? Or hold it? I'll give it back. You're certainly able to overpower me if I were to attempt any shenanigans.
Make a persuasion check. I was going to say with disadvantage until you said shenanigans awkwardly. So now he thinks you're funny.
At this point, Merosha does stand from the table, still holding a rib, one single rib, and walks just right behind our friend Cybal here. Doesn't say anything, just stands there menacingly.
I am going to use another mechanist ability called Inspire. When you make an ability check while touching the shard is the palm of the top of my cane. You can spend one charge and roll a d6 and add that number to your rolled results.
Okay.
All right, so persuasion. Ooh, I'm bad. I'm not good at this. All right, here we go. That 8 had to go somewhere. Yikes!
Wait, hold on, wait. Before you say anything, GM, being to help the homie here, being that Merosha is also engaging, he's not saying anything. Can my friend use my intimidation modifier for their roll?
I like it. Sure.
Cool.
All right, so instead of the -1, I have a
2. It's a plus. I got a plus. You got a -1.
I told you, charisma's the dog stat. My charisma is 8, dog.
Okay.
The average
Can we
person has
retcon
charisma.
one thing? Can I roll intimidation?
Oh my god.
Oh
So
god.
No, we can do this. Believe in the heart of the cards, dog.
Heart of the cards.
We still
Fuck
got a
it.
D6. We can make it. We gonna
Go
make it out
for
the
it.
hood with this one.
Just go
right,
for it.
So right now I think you're at a 9 with the +2 from his
Uh-huh.
intimidation.
Oh, it's a
Okay.
3, so it's a 10 technically.
Okay.
Use
All
your
right.
luck. Use your luck for the love of God.
What does luck do again?
1-for-1 bonuses to your roll. If you spend 3 luck, you can get advantage.
All
Or
right.
just re-roll the d20, but
So I use my Aspire ability, and I rolled a 6.
okay.
So that is math, and the math equals number, and the number good
10
number.
plus 6
Yeah,
is...
I agree with that. 16.
There you go.
Chicago
agree
Public
with
School
that.
coming in.
Oh my
tight.
god.
This is our artificer.
It's called a fantasy game, and the fantasy is that I'm smart. Yes, and me.
Holy shit.
Oh yup.
Oh no.
Who brought the Boule-Aid in here?
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so 16 total.
The man looks you up and down a little bit and then glances behind you at the mountain of an orc behind you.
Yeah. All right.
And he slowly he hands it over, but like he's very clearly still like present. Like he wants to like hold on to it as you take it. But eventually like understands he has to let it go.
Oh, wonderful. All right, now let's take a look at this thing. It's glorious. You did a wonderful job.
Yeah. Just be careful. It's.
Oh,
I think it's rare.
I will be as light as a feather. And I will use Eye of the Maker. When you touch a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties, how to use it, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. I'm a walking, talking identity spell, baby.
I love it. I love it. Kobold Press answered the call to just give players identify at level like 1. Just, here, take it.
It's making a class ability. I love that. So smart.
It's great. Okay, hold on. I need to pull up all the list of things that you just said.
Don't forget, does the horse explode?
Also, does the horse explode? You know, I'm gonna forget to use this ability one time, and that's when the horse explodes.
Yep. I will tell you, this was not created by a spell.
Lagas.
There are no. God damn it! There are no spells actively affecting it.
Ooh.
Let me see. You do know that, given that it's untapped spirit energy, with the proper use of this item, it could provide luck-like benefits, but only for the period of about a month. Once that month has concluded, this egg will open, and however it had been treated during that time, a spirit will manifest with that sort of property attached to it. So if you use it for greed, you have created a spirit of greed. If you use it for violence, I'm sorry, watching Nora try to take the goggles off.
You saw nothing as you were here.
It was the most natural one I've ever seen anybody do anything.
Listen,
That's
my life.
Oh, I love it. So yes, it definitely has the potential for danger, based on how it is treated in the month that it is existed outside of its normal dwelling.
Oh, well. Interesting.
You
Right.
mind,
I hand it back. Can I interest you perhaps in a trade?
Well, I don't know.
Did I just get Southern?
I don't know. This is kind of precious to me. What sort of trade you thinking?
Oh, let me see here. And I'm gonna pull out my spare pair of glasses. With these glasses, you will be able to see all manners of things. You'll be able to see heat, should you choose. So you'll be able to see through items, if you like. You'll be able to see in the darkness, if that were something of interest to you.
I can see that would be a mighty waste of time, given that I can sell this and get a small fortune.
Or you cannot see at all.
Make an
I don't
intimidation
understand.
check.
Why would he not be able to see?
Gavl stands up.
Oh, okay.
Gavl's like, okay, I don't have to start a fight, but I can help in one.
Merosha, go ahead and make that intimidation check with advantage because Gavl also joined the intimidation party.
I'm just
I don't know if it gets any
sliding
better
over.
than what I just rolled because that's a nat 20 for your boy for a 23.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Are we pulling
so
a crime?
Are you pulling a crime?
Maeris
Just-
is just at the table like this, just
I'm
like
just-
grabs Cybil's shoulder and puts him behind him, and he's like, or you cannot see.
I like seeing.
So this is what we're going to do. You're going to extend your hand out. I'm going to put something in it, and you're going to be happy with what you have. And we're going to go back to our table.
Oh. Are we?
Cybal.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, all right.
He'll extend his hand out.
And without breaking eye contact, Merosha grabs his hand and he puts 10 gold in his hand, and he closes it, and he goes, "Best be on your way."
Right.
And like everybody with him, it was like his posse, like immediately loses interest in him and like disperses into the crowd, and he eventually slowly rises from the seat.
I'm sorry.
Pleasure doing business.
And he like power
Always.
walks away.
I'm gonna turn to Cybal real quick and be like, "If you have a pocket to put that in, please
Oh,
do so now."
Yes, of course. In fact, I tailored this one myself. You would be surprised by how many garments don't have pockets in it. It's a rather interesting decision-making process in the tailor's department, if I say so. I'm going to stop talking. I talk when I'm nervous. Did we just pull a crime?
No, I paid the man. It's fine.
Of course. All right, he just seemed rather reluctant, but it's fine. This is a fantastic item.
We should probably talk about it in private.
Oh, right. For
Yes.
wandering ears, that would be eavesdropping.
Wandering ears.
Sometimes shenanigans are done best in private.
I knew tough individuals said that word. And it's wonderful. All right.
Before we continue, I realize I've been derelict in my duties as chronicler. Part of the gimmick with this show is that any critical that is rolled, either a success or failure, gets marked in the chronicle itself. Because why not?
Look at that
And
notebook.
also, you can bring it to cons, and I can see you, and you can initial your entries, and it'd be kind of cool. So, if we recall, because I'm awful, I believe the first roll was a natural 1 from Maeris. Is that correct? Okay. And I believe it was a perception check?
It was. I also want to let you know for the future, I have the lucky feat where I can, if I roll a 1 on an attack, ability check, or saving throw, I can re-roll it and I must use the new roll. But for chronicling purposes, yes.
Okay.
Those are
Okay.
one.
The commotion. Okay. The second
Then-
natural 20, I believe, was Gavl.
The chest.
Yeah. My friend asked me to punch them. My other friend asked me to hold back. I said no, and I crit.
No. Bah!
In
I
case
just
anyone-
imagine it was like we're sitting there, and it was just like, dude. Didn't even look.
In case anyone's wondering, yes, I still feel it.
Not a
big-
critical side punch. Like
Yeah,
that's even worse. Here and there, you went douche.
That explains why the vocal module got knocked, because it was a side punch. Like,
You didn't tell me where. You just said hit me. I'm gonna aim
Just
for
said
the
do
head.
So good.
All right. So I've got Maeris's natural 1 for perception. Teddy, yes, we hear you. I've got Gavl punching Cybal in the chest. Got Merosha intimidating the dude. Was there any others? I feel like there was one more.
I got
Is
a
that it?
dirty 20, but that was it.
35. Okay. Then the chronicle has been updated. Apologies to the chronicle.
I love that
happy
Gavl.
as
I love that Gavl was like, I definitely don't like lethally hit people, but then you like punched somebody in the head.
Oh, yes, you
Like-
weren't there for character creation. Here's the thing. Gavl loves to hurt people. He loves it so much. But part of his tenet from his monastery is you don't kill people. Like, once the fight is over, you're done. Like, you don't, like, coup de grace people. So,
Yeah.
but he loves to do as much damage as possible in that
Something
time
better.
period between when it starts and when it ends. And he just tries to do as much as possible.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Speaking about character creation,
Yeah.
Gavl, how long have you been in town?
2 hours?
Oh shit! Have any of you seen my monkey?
You have a monkey.
Yeah.
Oh. Was it on the ship when it blew up?
No. Well, maybe, but it wasn't like it. He helped me with. I didn't blow up a ship. What are you talking about?
Right.
Since when did you have a pet?
Yeah, you pick up with things along the lines. What? I can't have a pet?
I'm not saying you're irresponsible, but do you take him on walks? Do you let him outside to pee?
He's a monkey. He goes where he wants. It's just.
You know
It's-
what?
Speaking of, did anyone know what happened at the entrance of the town when I arrived? There seemed to be some sort of shenanigans.
Yes.
Shenanigans, as it were.
Shenanigans.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, yes. So when I came into town, after I came on a horse, there's that other boat that's out there that looks like really bad. It's like, stop it. Stop it.
Just saying.
I was gonna move past it, but you brought it back up.
I'm just saying. Phrasing.
There's that other ship that was like really tattered or whatever. Did you see that when you came? Probably not. So there's a crazy old guy in there. His name's Toby. Lovely gentleman, full of knowledge. Apparently, sorry, my eye itches. Apparently,
He's just so emotional about his time with Toby.
Yeah.
I like to
Toby.
pick some garnola out from your eye.
thank you. Gosh, that unnatured valley is just all under my eyes.
Unnatured valley.
Take a sip of Kool-Aid. It'll help things out.
No.
Oh yes. Yeah.
He's
My
not
favorite flavor.
joking.
Desert
His
wings.
eyes
So
itchy.
close to the hook.
Not on our watch, goddammit!
We're so close
You
to
don't
the
think
hook.
so?
Hey man, Nelly asked the best. What that hook gonna be? Right. That was for you, Noir.
Yes, I felt it.
So okay,
Oh.
enough.
Sorry.
Sorry, that's
No, you're good. You're good.
So apparently something happened within the woods that disturbed it. Toby thinks it's the silver spears going in and meddling around. I think it could be that. Looking at Cybal, you just don't pull things, whatever it is, glowy or whatever, from out of places, and things don't happen. So apparently the spirits
Oh, right.
are angered. Yeah.
So
She who's hungry. She who needs a snack.
conquers.
She who keeps the land,
Uh,
the land and the
She who
spirits.
conquers, he who keeps the land.
What?
he who keep Ian knows I'm trying to create a scene. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Should we take a better look at that thing in a room, perhaps?
Yes.
of course, yes. Yes. If it's all the same to all of you, I would feel much more comfortable if it were in Maeris' hands, and for reasons that I'll explain once we get inside.
Oh.
It's because you have that spiffy
Alright.
bag.
Oh, yes. I got my egg pocket for all of my eggs. Here, I'll put it in.
See, you actually have more eggs in there.
No, well, sometimes I like the. It doesn't matter.
just pass it along.
I tuck it into this little pouch. Okay.
Right.
All right, then lead the way, and then we'll discuss in private, away from wandering ears.
It's at this point that Cybal, what is your AC?
Oh no.
I am. Oh wait, I never got out of the armor. I'm still away from wandering ears. So it's 17.
17. Okay. So you feel something like splat against your armor, and you look and see just a little bit of shit, and not too far away is a small little monkey throwing
Benji!
shit. Okay,
Hey.
real quick, as a DM, I cannot make monkey sounds. Don't fucking judge me, but I can do at least like physicality. So he's just gonna look.
Hey.
I got you.
Thank you. I think.
I don't know what that was. I just want to make people happy.
Yelled.
I thought that was you yelling because you got hit with shit.
You got hit with shit, yeah.
I'm a people pleaser. He said he couldn't do the thing. I tried it, then I realized I couldn't do anything. I panicked.
It's okay. Thank you for that clip.
Oh my lord in heaven.
Benji
going in my diary.
skitters up to Merosha and does like
Uppies. Here we go.
shoulder. Starts like playing with your hair a little bit.
Everyone, Benji, everyone, stop.
Hello.
Jake, Benji. But he's sentient. He's fine.
A little hand.
Couple of rules with Benji. All right? Don't ask where he's been. Don't ask where he's going. Can't answer you anyway. Also, if you have anything that's loose hanging, stop that. Sticky fingers. Also, that tail at night is dangerous. It's a literal whip. Don't sleep near him. The shit is how he says hello to people he likes. Trust me. You don't want the alternative.
Oh.
Okay?
Well, if the monkey has sticky fingers, might I ask, how do you feel about the advantages of having those sticky fingers? Do you find that it is more practical than flight? Right,
Both
monkeys.
Benji and Merosha is looking at you like,
Right,
the monkeys.
They don't talk.
Benji's just staring daggers at Cybal.
Last thing, very smart. Please speak to them as if you would speak to me.
Well, I just did, and I got everyone glared at me.
You say a lot of things. So,
Right.
yeah. What's
I
up?
have like a loose keychain full of like trinkets and stuff on my bag because of course I do. I'm gonna take the whole thing off and give it to him.
Loves that. That is. Thank you.
Jingle, jingle,
Benji?
jingle. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Yeah, it's never gonna stop jingling. It's like the
I
equivalent of
regret this
chainmail still.
decision.
You just hear
Directly in your
forever,
ear.
jingling just in your ear.
Right. I'm going
Thank
to
you.
go to the bar to get us a room. He stands and goes to the bar.
You go into the bar, and the sign that is hanging out front said that this is the Missing Parrot. You step inside. It's a relatively well-kept bar, and behind the counter is, I'm gonna say, a strange-looking man. His features are a little gaunt, and he takes long pauses when he speaks. His hair is constantly just in a state of disarray, and it's starting to gray towards the edges a little bit. But as you guys walk in, you see that he serves a tankard of beer as somebody was about to ask for a tankard of beer. 3 gold. Thank you. Yes, I have rooms available.
Right, just one.
Right. 2 silver a night.
Takes 2 silver out, hands them to him.
Thank you. Yes, there are 3 sets of blankets on the bed. You didn't ask that yet. How may I help you?
Just a key, please.
Right. And he like slowly turns and finds a key and just like slowly slides it across the tavern. It's a very awkward, like everybody's like drinking, having a good time, whatever, and have somewhat tuned him out.
Mhm.
His just existence is just a little
Mhm.
off-putting.
Yeah. As Gavl has not seen a lot of people in the world, he's trying to gauge if this is like unusual or not. So he just says thank you. He takes the key.
Can I come in with the armor off and just go? Are there any blankets in the room?
Yes, there are 3 apparently.
You see, like, as you answer instead of him, he's like,
I'm so sorry. If you want to answer, please do.
no.
Merosha walks in. Are there any blankets in the room?
Yes,
3.
there are. His pupils
Right.
like shrink down to the size of pinheads.
Gavl shoves everybody upstairs. That was weird.
Thank you,
right?
Kobold Press, for a fantastic lineage. He just like he doesn't say anything else as you guys like move towards the room, but he's like visibly like, yes, I've got your wine. Do you have any more wine? How did he know I was going to say that? But you guys
Gosh,
are.
they do that.
You guys are eventually brought into a nicer, larger room. There's a small table, a couple sets of chairs, and a large king-size bed.
And 3 blankets.
And 3 sets of blankets folded
In
on
the
the
room.
foot of that bed.
Okay. All right.
Well, it's been a bit since we've all been together, so...
Right.
Do you still snore, Cybal?
I've developed a machine that will assist me at night. It is a bit troublesome to wear, but for company, I will put it on, and it quiets the snoring. I can't say that.
Interesting. I see on the box there that the C, I presume, stands for Cybal. What does the PAT stand for?
It stands for words.
Right. Well, that's for the
Fascinating.
sleeping, right? We have to
Protective
discuss the stone.
asphyxiation procedure.
That's what
Oh.
it's. Yes, that I told Merosha, and I had a moment of slipping in my mind.
Cybal protective yes.
Yes.
Great. Well, congratulations. You've done it.
I have. It's one of the many devices that I've come up with to help with, well, just standards of living. But what I would like to talk about is the egg on your person.
Oh, yes, I almost forgot. And I'm gonna hold it out. I don't have an egg.
So
It's an
This-
egg.
yes, but what's inside the egg is what is peculiar. You see, while you have that egg on your possession, you will have extraordinary luck for the month. However, how the egg is treated is what will manifest itself as a spirit, which is why I felt that it would be best for Maeris to hold it, because Maeris makes me feel safe, and I figured that the spirit would feel comforted and safe as well. And
Maeris
what-
is the weakest of us. What do you mean?
Gavl last came.
Gavl
Gavl isn't even my first name.
I tried.
Oh,
What?
no.
Yeah.
What?
I am the closest thing to all of your mothers while you're away from home. I am here to keep you safe. It doesn't matter if I can't throw a punch. I can shoot daggers with my eyes, which also happen to be out the back of my head.
And that is the scariest thing that we will ever come across.
I've got to find a way to add that to my armor.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, I still don't understand. You
Look-
can shoot daggers. Is that new?
Do it. Do the thing. Do it. Show them.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Oh,
Gavl, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
oh.
Gavl's never heard these words before. He's so confused.
FYI, Gavl last name. Holy shit.
13.
13. You feel something in your chest at hearing those words in that tone.
Huh. Interesting.
Told you. Yeah.
What type of magic is that?
The magic of disappointment.
Yes. It's mom magic.
See him take out a piece of paper.
Are we done now?
Oh, that's even.
Oh,
God.
Please turn it off.
I
Please.
didn't do anything to deserve this, honestly.
The
I'm
egg
sorry
is
about
listening.
the boat. Okay, listen. I thought it was fun. Everyone was just such a dick on the boat, and I just thought it would be like really. I
told
love
you
you all. I love you all. Let's take care of this egg.
I told you that I had eaten, but I had not eaten, and it was a lie by omission, and I'm so sorry.
I meant to take out the chicken. I just got really like I was.
Cybal, last name.
Kingsman, and I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Kingsman.
We will talk about this later. Right now, we need to focus on the egg.
Right.
Right.
I was never good at math. I tried so hard at the test.
Put your shit together.
I think everybody needs to come up with a last name before next session so that Maeris'
I have a
parental
full name. Nobody
disappointment.
knows it.
This egg feeds off of vibes, and I do not like the Riz in this room right now. Please. Can we focus?
We don't have any Riz.
Oh my god.
I will
Wait,
develop a Riz amplifier.
Holy shit.
While I am holding the egg, let me do a game thing. While I'm holding the egg, can I?
Oh.
And you know what? I don't have any of that shit. I just want to investigate it. What do I? For flavor, do I have a maternal pool? Like, does it seem like what Cybal is saying? There is truly an embryo of sorts inside.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Roll for mother sense.
That's a 17 plus a 0. 17.
Okay. You do feel like, as Cybal calls it out, you do feel some sort of connection to this egg on a level that maybe you weren't expecting. Just in the few minutes that you've been holding it. It's not like my precious, like you want to
Yeah.
hoard it. It's more just you feel that warmth from it that you find familiar.
I'm going to kind of sit there with it and then say, we need to return this. This is not our child.
In my brief study of it, I do know its point of origin, but I don't exactly know exactly the origin point.
Can you say that in different words?
I know where it comes from, but I don't know who it belongs to, where it comes from.
Well, to start, where does it come from?
Yeah, where does it come from again?
What was that? Hello?
There's 3 blankets.
Not again!
Holy shit. The Adalshire Wood is where you have deduced that it must be coming from.
I've deduced that it must come from the Adalshire Woods.
Do the Addleshire Woods, is that like a dangerous place, or is that like a pretty...
Make me a history check.
chill.
I'm going to say for Maeris, roll with advantage because you've lived in the area.
Yes. Oh, I'll
Can
take
I
that
also roll
16.
history?
Sure.
I'm good
I,
at that.
I went through there, right? Or at least close to
I think your monastery is actually in the Alestino spine.
them. Mhm.
So my thought was that you were going through that clearing through the
Mhm.
forest.
Heard.
18.
18.
I have to do my Randy Orton because I got a 20.
Nice. Natty 20?
Chronicle that.
No.
Oh,
I will not chronicle that.
Relay the
better.
chronicle.
I spoke carelessly.
Dear diary, today's my party.
Stop calling out what I actually write in there.
Cosmo had an idea. Oh, just me? Oh, okay.
Jesus.
It was a great day today.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Cybal and Maeris, you actually know that the Addleshire Wood is supposed to be quite beautiful and peaceful. Even the wild animals that wander through, there's no sense of wanting when you walk through those woods. So hearing that suddenly something has changed and hunters are being harmed, or now people can barely breach the tree line, that definitely strikes you as odd.
Gavl, you know a few things about the wood, just as I do. Yes?
A bit, yes.
This doesn't seem right. This should not be out just as much as it should be so hard to get in.
Right. Well, should we find the person who found it and gather more information?
Isn't that the gentleman who was scared into, bullied, we could say, into selling it?
I paid the man. He got money. There was a legitimate transaction. I could have hit him.
Even still.
Only
Yes,
slight
Sybil?
shenanigans. No, I was just saying only slight shenanigans, not full shenanigans. I agree.
I'm going to need a definition of that later, but I think if we could just go try to find where it is, but it is a large woods, yes?
I think talking to the man and where he found it would be a good place to start. Any information would help.
I don't want to talk to the barkeep again to find out who that man was.
I'll talk
He
to him.
disturbed me.
What's wrong with him?
He can see the future, I assume. Or he's mad.
I would definitely like to talk to him then.
He's a witch!
Merosha, you are going to try to talk with barkeep?
Yeah, before he leaves the room, he looks back and he looks at Cybal and he goes, "Hey, if you let me shenan once, I will shenan again." And he leaves.
Is shenan a
You know what?
verb or a noun?
You know what? Instead of giving you a luck point, I'm giving myself a doom point for that.
I don't know what that means, but cool.
Oh, you'll find out eventually. No.
Fuck. I mean, darn, I don't know what the rules are here. I just showed up.
I'm sorry, you went full robot at the beginning of that fuck. So it was just like, fuck.
Screen cuts off. You'll do
Um,
this now.
Be like,
As you approach the barkeep, he says, "It's 3 gold for a meat. How may I help you?
Hi.
Hi.
I have questions. And then like he looks at him and thinks of the question.
Yes, you must ask your question.
Oh shit. Okay. There was that guy who was like, "Hey, look at this rock that I found. It's so cool."
This is
You know what I'm talking
Jevrin.
about?
His name is Jevrin.
Jevrin. Where does Jevrin live?
You watch his face shift, and he is trying to figure out when is a good time to answer the question in a way that doesn't seem odd.
Okay. Merosha's gonna like see the look on his face. He's gonna be like, "Hey, buddy, listen. Whatever you got going on, it doesn't bother
It's
me.
very
Just
nice
do your
of
thing."
you.
You're fine.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize. You're helping me.
Roshi, I'm a bit parched. How much for a mead?
It's 3. He said it's 3. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just don't think of anything. Don't ask any questions.
Don't think.
Oh,
Oh!
Did he just get hit with shit again?
yeah,
Just
Benji.
throwing shit. Thank you, Merosha. Jevrin is a hunter. He typically stays outside of town and camps with wildlife.
Okay. What camps with wildlife? Okay. Is
Should be 3 miles outside of town.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. And Jevrin, is he like?
You have to finish your
Oh,
question.
damn. Okay. I thought I don't know how
It's
this works.
difficult to conversation. I can't. No, it's not your fault.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Is he dangerous? Like, do we need to like be like wary, crazy?
No. He's.
I'm sorry. Is this conversation hurting you?
No, it's
Oh, okay.
not. It's difficult to keep track of. He's not dangerous. He's scheming. He schemes, which in its way is its own danger.
So probably my interaction with him is gonna lead to a scheme against me.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah. If he has friends,
There it
and
is.
you just be careful.
Okay. I appreciate you're willing to talk to me. I know that it's difficult, not because you can't do it, but the capacity in which you have to.
Thank you for being patient with me.
Yeah,
And
no problem.
he's going to slip down the stairs. You might want to catch him. And he just
Oh.
points at the stairs where Cybal is.
Ah!
It's like, wow, that is great. What word am I thinking of?
You're not thinking of a word. You're thinking of your monkey's poo, which is awkward.
Damn, that's good. And then like walks away.
Actually, I should have been like, I don't know. I'm not psychic.
But he
Either
wanted you
way.
to catch me. He told you I would fall. Like it's just on the
Sorry,
Time
I
is
was
different
just
than psychic powers.
It's just, I wonder if he knows that I'm going to do this next. He just starts wiggling his arms. You okay?
Holy
Come on.
shit! This is that we are not going to get anything done this campaign. That was really fucking funny. Oh,
Upstairs
God.
in the room, Gavl's talking and just saying, I feel I need to apologize. I didn't mean to offend you by discounting your physical strength.
No, I didn't take it at all like that. My sense of humor has. It's not that important anymore.
Your sense of humor is not important, or this conversation is not important?
This conversation's very important. You are so important, Gavl. Do you not
I
think
know
you're
that.
important?
No, I'm very important.
Well, okay. Yes, you are very important. I know I'm not strong, and I know you didn't mean anything by it. You take things a little literally, and I have to remind myself of that.
I accept your apology.
I wasn't You know what? That's fine. Thank you.
I want to say that Cybal and Merosha are standing by the door watching this, and we're like, how is she negating her powers?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like it.
How is he doing that?
Autism.
Honestly.
Jesus.
I
So-
don't understand feelings. Please go on.
That's the
Everybody
that's
be
the key.
gentle with Gavl.
So, you all have your information, and we're going to close the session here, but not before a little stinger. As usual, I blame Noir for using that term because it is so good.
He comes down from the rafter. I'm sorry. I had to.
I was like,
Across the sea, across the Thessalon Ocean, all the way to the Lowthorn Palace. The smoke from the coming flames fills the air. Soldiers who are doing their best to stave off the incoming invasion are faltering. An old man, the beard down to his waist, bald, takes an old book and turns to his young apprentice.
I'm sorry for this, but the time has come, and there's nothing left we can do.
And he hands this young elf, no more than 16 years of age, this giant book. What do you mean?
Come.
These two figures walk up the wizard's tower to its apex, where there is a large circle, a craft of incredible geometry with arcane runes that are implemented all around it.
You must understand that we have no other option. If we mean to save them all, then this must be how it is done. I wish you well, and just remember to mind your footing. Remember what I've taught you, and
Well, what are you talking about? The circle lights just as a catapult is launched.
please remember, hold on to the book no matter what. Do you promise you will learn what you can from this tome?
Yeah? The circle finishes the incantation, What are you? And the boy is removed just as a large ball of flame collides with the top of this tower, and the stones rain down on the manor below. The end of the war is coming. But that is all we have time for on tonight's episode of The Tales of the Valiant. Holy shit. This is going to be chaos from start to finish, and I am here for it. This has been so much fun. I can go ahead and minimize the music a
I
little
can't
bit.
believe the Kool-Aid man would do that to a wizard's tower.
Okay,
I mean,
and
just-
we've circled back around again.
That Kool-Aid man just doesn't care about anybody.
Doesn't care about nothing.
Jesus.
Oh, yup.
Good lord. Well, before we prep our raid for the evening, why don't we go around and once again reintroduce ourselves to the chat, starting with LB.
Hello, it's me, LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on the Twitters and the Instagrams. You can find me at Hack Recklessly at Twitch and YouTube, where we have plenty of TTRPG content. On Sundays, we run a level 16 campaign. They're about to fight Timur and Bashaba, who are merging back into Tai Chi. It's very chaotic, but I stream 5 days a week. So check my socials for all that fun stuff. Fridays specifically, normally I play horror games with my best friend Ren. And we get to get scared, and it's super funny to watch me get so scared at games. But yeah, that's me.
All right. Ian, my darling.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
My name is Ian. No. Hey, everybody. I'm Ian, or your boy Big on all socials, and you can find me there. If you want to know what I'm doing next, definitely follow me on Twitter at your boy Big. Of course, you can see my lovely face on Wednesdays over at Folk and Myth and their long form Ystera campaign, as well as tomorrow for a little VTM one shot, which is going to be awesome, and wherever I decide to hobnob next. So just like I said, follow me on Twitter so you know what I'm doing. And of course, if you don't like my face but don't mind hearing my voice, go to your favorite podcast streaming platforms, to the Fang Gang podcast, as we're going through a Curse of Strahd campaign.
Shit.
Hurry, you can get some real good kicking in Barovia.
Yeah, man, the BFC runs wild.
God.
It's just Strahd in the Colonel outfit.
Oh my god, please
God.
somebody, I'll buy it.
For the love of God.
Do you like
Noir.
my Barovian chicken? It is tasty.
30 natural flavors and spices. I don't know. Fucking.
Some would say
Get the
fine
Ibis
licking
Arena
wood.
combo.
Oh, Noir, do your sign off for the love of God.
Oh my god.
Hi, everybody. I'm Noir. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, the whole shebang bang. Every Friday, you can find me over on Gen Con TV, where I host Table Takes, where we tell you all about everything happening in the TTRPG space. Sunday, I'm certain I do something, but I can't remember it. Monday, you can find me over on Stream Punks for our Star Trek game. Tuesday, our Stream Punks exclusive coffee game, and the last Tuesday of this month, be on the lookout on my socials, Althaven socials, and the Noirville 312 Twitter, as we will be posting the roadmap for all things Noirville. So that's me.
All right. And Aaron, my darling.
I just noticed, Nor, that your flag of Chicago is like the theme on your Twitch. It's so clever. It's so cute. I loved it. Sorry. Hi, I'm Air My Laundry. Aaron, you can find me on Twitch at Air My Laundry. I'm a cozy horror streamer. I play a lot of horror games, but we do it cutesy, and it's actually not at all what it's like. But it's a really fun time. I'm also the creator and storyteller for Philly by Night over on Ain't Got Crit. And I'm really excited because I'm coming back into it full throttle, and we're going to have some really fun new people join us. And you should go hang out with us because Philadelphia is the best place in the world. And that and I'm over. I tell a really fun globetrotting story on Twisted Fates for their Bison game last Fridays of the month. And I'm over on Ladies of Lore on Fridays, every other Friday, playing a D&D all women plus game, and it's very fun.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
And I have been your chronicler for this evening, somehow keeping everything straight and moving forward despite the many, many new foods that exist in this world. Hi, everybody. I'm Cujo. You can find me at Cujo Plays Games on all major social media platforms. Also, give Crit Hit Chronicles a follow on Instagram and Twitter. Although if it's Twitter, it's Crit Hit Chron because character limits are a thing. You can find me every Thursday here with this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful group of people. I love them so much. This is such a fantastic start to just pure chaos as we explore a new setting that I've been working on for a while. So, yeah. Huge thank you to Kobold Press for sponsoring this game. I've loved Kobold Press for years, as I've stated before, and getting to actually do work with them is like, it's a milestone for me. So thank you to Kobold Press and the Kobold Creates program for letting me, be a nerd and get to be nerds with other people. That's pretty cool. When I'm not here, you can find me Wednesday nights over at Nerd Immersion playing D&D with Lady LB. As you can find me as Gavl the Gentleman Rogue, who's definitely alive. Beyond that, there's going to be some other projects coming up. One of which I've announced the title is Shadows over Baldur's Gate. That is all I'm going to reveal on that, as that is still very much in the works. But in the meantime, be nice to each other. We're going to go ahead and get a raid set up.
Don't forget about the Crit Awards tomorrow.
Yes, go check out the Crit Awards tomorrow.
Yeah.
We've got so many people in our space that are nominated for awards. Go check them out, support them, give them love, tell them I sent you if you want or not. Anyway, yes, we love the Crit Awards. We love them so much. In the meantime, in real life, you can find me at PAX West and Big Bad Con and PAX Unplugged.
Hey.
Apparently I'm doing a big old fucking con tour. So yeah, you can find me at those spots. Come up, say hi, hello, and hug if you are comfortable with hugs. I love hugs. Anyway, that's a random thing to end the stream with. Be nice to each other. We're rating That Bronze Girl. They are currently playing Knock on the Coffin. I don't know what that means, but yeah, give them some love, and we will see you guys next week.
Oh, yup.
Bye,
Oh,
everybody.
yeah. I was hoping you would.
Awful.